Hello, everyone. I'm sorry I'm a little late, but I hope you all are doing great. And today's topic is going to be so interesting. You might have read it like the using the power of mind and subconscious mind to heal. So, today, our primary reason for doing this is just to explain you the scientific reasons and everything, like how you can really use your mind. But unless you know what's going on with your mind, you won't be able to move ahead, right? And I use the mind and the subconscious mind. So I'll explain it all, how you can do it, then the techniques I'll be talking about later, and you can understand like how literally the mind works. Like not many people talk about it, but they fail to share the scientific reasons, like why is it not working for you. And today we are all talking about healing, right? So with that, I think I'll be explaining you all the things regarding this topic, and if you have any questions, you can ask me later. All right, so with that, let's get started. So as you know that healing is a very integral part of human being, right? We all need some kind of healing at some point of times in our life, so we all agree on that, right? And ancient scriptures, particularly like in, I think, in Christianity and Hinduism, they've talked about your mind, what is your subconscious mind, and they are in the form of Vedas, Upanishads, like what is your mind can do. And not many people are able to access to them correctly because they don't know how to access that mind power for healing, right? And so today I'll be explaining you that this is not a new concept, what I'm talking about, but it is a very important concept for you to begin your healing with yourself and healing people around you. So earlier, when somebody just lightly talks about it, like your thoughts can heal something, people would say, "Why? What are you talking about? We have doctors for that, right?" But that is also true. But when you're talking that's something you have been planning for a long time, and the healing has not been there, or you cannot successfully get healed on that issue, then I think we do talk about doing little bit extra work on ourselves so that you are able to achieve your results regarding healing. So science finally admits it, right? We are all pretty scientific, and being a former scientist, we tend to see things in the different lens, and with a different explanation, why is it happening, why is it not happening, right? So being a former scientist, I can say we all need to know the answers, right? So this is the answer, that science finally admits it, that healing can also be done with your thoughts. Now, if I say your mind is a pharmacy, thoughts and connected with chemical responses, so I think we'll all agree as a layman's language that the whenever there's a thought process comes to our mind, how does it work? It is activated first with the form of thoughts, and thoughts are just not merely something which is like nothing, but they are the ones which can really transform you in a way where they do have the chemical reactions happening in your body. So people, when we talk about thoughts, just don't take them lightly. Look, it's just a thought. No, it does not work like that. They do have chemical reactions after that. Okay, so let me give you an example. So when you're in some kind of danger, so your brain releases cortisol, right? We have heard of that hormone a lot of times. And when you truly believe in healing yourself through your thoughts and through your mind, the endorphins, the oxytocin, the boosting chemicals are released. So in the danger, what is released? A hormone called cortisol. But when we are trying to heal ourselves, so we oxytocin and endorphins are released. So it's very clear to us now that thoughts are just not a mere like nothing, but they do have some kind of chemical reactions, and they do activate some kind of hormones in our body. So I was just trying to a little bit explain you over there. Give me one second. Yeah. So then you'll ask me, what is this mind? So mind is a part where you think. Okay, so when you're thinking, your mind is giving you hints. The mind is being activated, right? So you can imagine things, you can think things. I would say you can observe things, you can decide things. So it's just primarily the thinking part of it. So it is not a physical organ, right? Like other organs we have, like heart, we have liver, we have kidneys. It's not an organ. So, but it is very much there in our body in the form of thinking, you deciding something, probably you're observing something, or I would say the last one, you are making any decisions. So it's all about the thinking part. So it's, in other words, you cannot measure it, see it, or feel it, but you do feel it in the form of just an awareness. All right. So mind has two parts. We all know about that. One is the conscious mind and one is subconscious mind. So your conscious mind is around 5 to 10%, and your subconscious mind is almost around 90 to 95%. Okay. So, what is a conscious mind? Now, again, I said, let me explain it to you all that basically your conscious mind is nothing. It is the mind where you are making decision, where you are, like, for instance, listening to this live. So you're conscious right now. Okay, focuses on your present moment and so on and so forth. It's as simple as that. And also, it holds a short-term memory. Now, what is your subconscious mind? Subconscious mind is your 90 to 95%. It is emotional, it is automatic, it is belief system you have, the memories, the records. It stores all those datas. Probably you have had it from the past times. Okay, so it has that, uh, probably the control over your habits, it has control over your behavior. People feel, oh no, nothing is happening. No, that is true. Subconscious mind is the one which is actually automatically controlling your other behaviors, your habits, your triggers. So you might have had a situation when you remembered automatically from something from the past, and you get activated on it, right? You respond to it in a different way. So, for example, you're thinking of somebody, let's say 10 years back, and all of a sudden the feelings attached to it comes along with it. You feel either happy about it or you feel sad about it. So that is your subconscious mind. All of a sudden it is giving you those signals where you are triggered. Okay, so it regulates your body functions. So just see how important your subconscious mind is. Okay, so the body functions, it basically regulates, is like, I would call it heart rate, it healing, the digestion. So your subconscious mind does not have any judgment. So please pay attention to this. Whereas your conscious mind has a judgment where you are thinking, your subconscious mind does not have any judgment. What does that mean? It does not have any filters. What does that mean? Clearly, whatever you tell your subconscious mind, it is recorded as it is. For example, when you say, I am good enough, I am successful, it will record it as it is. Whereas when from your conscious mind you think, I am good enough, I am successful. But the conscious mind would say, how would I, basically evaluate that on what parameters you're talking about this? So see the difference. Whereas your subconscious mind, which is your 90 to 95% of you, takes the information, processes it as it is. Okay. So, and it stores the whole data, all information. So whatever has happened to you in the past is all recorded in your subconscious mind, right? So, and I think those memories, these records, we call it, those belief systems, your authentic nature, um, all those are, and we sometimes feel that it's not controlling our life, but I think most of the time our subconscious mind is literally controlling who we truly are. So much so that being authentic is a part of it as well. Okay, and when you see that, when sometimes things are not working out for you, you need to evaluate your subconscious mind. Wait, just give me a second. I'm just, yeah, somebody is asking. All right. Sorry about that. So that was about all your subconscious mind. So today I want you to get all the clarity how you're operating from these two minds, and we're talking about the healing. Okay. So why is it so important to understand your subconscious mind if you're looking forward to heal yourself? Now, healing could be of any form. Healing could be physical, emotional, mental. There could be so many various types of healing. So healing cannot be just put into a box of just saying, it's okay, I just need a physical healing, but I don't need an emotional healing, or I don't need a mental healing. If you truly wants to get, or somebody wants to get healed, they have to work in all those areas. Okay, right? So like I said, your past memories, your programming, your belief systems, and not knowing your authentic nature. Now somebody asked me, what do you mean by authentic nature? So I talk it as authentic nature when you know your purpose for life, you know your passion for life, right? So once you have discovered that, that relates to your authentic nature. But most of us are far from it. We have not been able to tap into ourselves. And how can we find who we truly are? Because we don't know if this memories, programming, this belief system is holding us back for becoming our true potential. Okay? So, if your subconscious beliefs or something that will be playing out in your life, what would happen? It will block your healing. It's something you have been struggling currently in your present situation, and what is happening? You'll be saying, I'm talking as a broken record, but that's what the reality is. But something in your subconscious mind is keeps playing, right? So that's why you're not able to heal properly, and you keep facing the blockages or the blocks, the limiting beliefs are holding you back. So let's quickly understand today conscious mind and subconscious mind. This will give you another level of clarity about them. So, conscious mind is all your logical thinking, subconscious mind is all your emotional thinking. So, when you get triggered with something, you become more emotional, and hence you respond to a situation. Now, your conscious mind holds the short term memories, whereas your subconscious mind holds the long term memories. Okay, the long term programming, which you are not even aware of. That's why you need to come to a coach. We can. Because we have done those trainings and thousands of times, have seen the results where I can ask them which problem or which obstacle they want to address first, and after that there's a whole plethora of so many obstacles we get into our. Okay, so your subconscious mind has it all the data you might have not even remember. What is a conscious mind? Conscious mind gives you, excuse me, power to make decisions, whereas your subconscious mind is all about your habits and why you keep repeating your patterns, your healing. Conscious mind is you are aware of it, right? And but whereas the subconscious mind, it is mostly um, unaware. So most of us, when they come to me for the coaching sessions, I've seen everyone, because if they would have been conscious, they would have been living up to their potentials, right? So like I said, conscious mind is only 5 to 10%, and whereas your subconscious mind is almost 90 to 95%. And what do you have to really work in your life on for healing, if you are looking forward to that, is going to be your subconscious mind, not your conscious mind. So I hope this is, so far we are clear on that, how this conscious and subconscious minds are. From today onwards, whenever you are trying to make any decisions or trying to do something, make sure that you are doing in such a way where your subconscious mind gets activated. Now the question comes, how does your subconscious mind gets activated? So, like I said, I'm also a neuro linguistic practitioner, which is NLP. You can do it through that. You can do it through hypnotherapy, if you know, like a lot of people try out that law of repetition, which I am very big on. So, law of repetition is something which you can start with, because subconscious minds like to basically work with your mind where you're repeating something. Now let's say you're not okay. Let's figure out one thing. So you're not aware of your programming, your memories, your limiting beliefs, right? So what you could do consciously, let's say now there is a memory stuck with you, like I'm not good enough, right? But now what you could do, you can move away from that, and you can just start repeating something like that. No, I'm good enough, I can finish this, I'm good enough. So what would happen, it's a law of repetition, right? Law of repetition helps you to build and to tell your brain that even that memory is there, but the neural pathways, if I have to explain it to you scientifically, the neural pathways will get weakened with whatever you have stored in your mind, and they will get better with the time when you're doing laws of repetition with the new affirmations you are using. Okay, but takes time. I can just tell you that it's nothing is overnight, because for some people it starts from almost from 21 days, and it can go up to almost, I have seen it for some people 90 days. So even to start seeing the difference which they are planning to work upon. So for some people it takes longer, because the neural pathways in their brain is so much solidified or engraved from their past memories which were negative in nature, and it takes longer time for to get over those memories. Okay, so remember that nothing happens too quickly as well. All right, it takes longer time to basically work when you just want to use law of repetition, which is nothing but just keep repeating things, right? Now, I think so you all have heard of Dr. Joe Dispenza, and you've seen his work, how he has been so successful in talking about conscious subconscious mind, right? So he what he tries to shows that when he did a brain scan and mentally literally rehearse the body response to healing as already has happened. So he was able to successfully see in some people when he did a brain scan and he just completely scanned the body. He said the healing in that body because of some disease was already healed when he believed that he can heal it. Now, you will not be able to believe it so easily. Okay, remember that, because you are still working from your late or whatever your past programmings, right? You feel that okay, I'll say it one time and I'll be healed. No, it's not going to work like that, because the more stronger of programming, memories, beliefs you have, it'll resist so much because your brain doesn't know, how to react to it. So it'll be much harder for you to work on it. So the belief system, what Dr. Joe Dispenza and placebo effect we talk about when we give you a sugar pill and the regular pill as scientists do. So what we are trying to say is all the scientists and everything, just getting to that belief that you can do it by yourself is great. But if you are attuned with not having lots of those negative datas, but if you do carry lots of negative datas and you want to work with it, it might not work that efficiently. So you might need to look for other modalities, other probably techniques which could heal your subconscious mind. So just be clear. So next time whenever you're having that bad thought or that sad or the negative thought, so your conscious mind would think, you're having this negative thought because you deserve it, but if you start to analyze that thought, then you can go to your past memories. When did I feel that thought? Like when I was younger, you're in your childhood, if you are able to do that. And if you're also applying law of repetition, then be careful that you would have to do it as it is. Keep doing it for at least 21 days. And like I said, some people might take it up to 90 days. So remember that. So this was all explained because now your belief system is trying to get changed, and your brain does not like it, so there'll be a lot of resistance between that. Okay, so that's how the healing works. So you have to work on so many areas. So now let me talk about a method which I call it as CUPIF, which is QPIF, to activate the healing in your mind and your subconscious mind. Okay. So the easiest way as a beginner, you can start using this method. So C stands for daily journal. So just write something, few lines. If you're going through some hardships in your life, just write down just something about that hardship. Like, let's say you are, for example, your relationship is not working well. You say, okay, this is what my relationship with so and so person, and we fight a lot, we do this a lot, whatever that situation is. So now you're challenging your brain to analyze a situation. Okay, so C stands for just create a daily routine of writing just few lines. You don't have to push yourself too much here. All right. Then U. So U stands for use some healing affirmations. Like I just said, if your relationship is, for example, not working fine, just write this relationship is working fine. Just a positive and a present state of a state of that statement. So basically, just saying, "Oh, now with this person, name." Just definitely put a name. My relationship has improved and it's working really fine. Okay, so you just need to write those 3 4 times. Okay, you don't have to go and do something what so many people on YouTube are saying, do this, do that. You don't have to get into that part yet. Then I stands for identify and limiting beliefs. Now, once you've identified and you've started to write about the situation, the relationship situation, and you're doing your healing affirmations, third thing you would also think about, like, when was this has happened in the past? Was it a similar incident? You just need to just remember it and just write it down. Don't have to do it anything more. Now, here, a word of caution, just do it once. Okay, so it's not like every day you are writing, okay, let me just do it today, I'll write it again. So what you're trying to do, your brain, you're pushing its limits, if I can say it in a layman's language, to recognize that what is the origin of this situation which you are currently facing. Okay, so just do it once regarding the particular situation of what you have started to write. So this needs to be just done once. Okay, now let's move to practice walking meditation. You can just walk a little bit around it. So like I said, QPIF is like little bit walking. I just don't want you to, because now you have working with your brain, but you're a little bit pushing your body as well. So make a daily journal of, like, let's say for 21 days, start little walk. You can do it inside your house, you don't have to elaborate on it. So last one is F. So now after doing these steps, QPIF method, I want you to feel the emotion. The F stands for the feeling of the emotion. Now, the emotion which occurred in the past was more stronger, or the emotion you're facing today in your current life is more stronger. So you can rate it from 0 to 10. Isn't that interesting? So you think like, okay, I had similar relationship problems, like, let's say, in 2000. Now, was it resolved? Yes and no. And was it so strong that it still bothers me? Rate where 10 being the highest and 0 being the least. Okay, so you can just do a little bit of analysis. Just do it once. You don't have to keep repeating these things, okay? Because you just write down one situation in your life and work around it. So with this QPIF method, okay? And some steps, for example, number 3, the step of, like I said, identifying your limiting belief. You just need to do it once for the problem you're having, and also feel the emotion once when you are doing this, with a rating of 0 to 10. I hope this was clear to you all, the QPIF method. If you've understood, please write in the chat that you've understood the QPIF method, because this is very powerful. So now you're not only working with your physical body, you're working with your mind and your subconscious mind at the same time for the healing. Okay, so this method, I have tried it with my own clients and they have seen great successes, because it looks very simple, but it is working with both situations, in a form of, it's working with your mind and it's working with your subconscious mind, and it is also working with your body at the same time, the physical body. Okay, so I hope this QPIF method was going to be very powerful when you're really, really looking forward to heal your mind, your emotional body, or your physical body, or your mental body through using subconscious and your conscious mind. Okay. Now, the last but not the least, I would just like to say, so you might have heard it, your mind is the seed, your belief is the water, and your healing is to bloom. All right. So remember that your mind is just the seed. You put a seed in, you believe what you're trying to change or it has been hurting you for a while is the water when you water a plant every day, and your healing is the bloom. So when you trying to heal from something, you take all these in consideration, your mind, your subconscious mind, and your physical body, you would have success with your healing, whatever you're looking forward to have on. All right, so that was all about today, clearing the mind, the subconscious mind, and the healing part of it, and of course my QPIF method if you want to try that. All right, so let me take some questions here. Anyone else here tried affirmations or meditation, noticed real changes? Let's share our experience. Oh, that's a good question. If anyone you feel that you have tried some affirmations and have they shown any results to you, just share it here and let me see how long did you try, and for how many days probably, and always try to do one affirmation and maximum three. Don't go beyond that, because your brain is working for you. You don't want to resist it too much where it stops working for you, right, and does not lead you to getting healed. So, heart of, thank you for the reality show. That question. The next question is from the heart of humanity. This is so inspiring. Our thoughts really do shape our healing journey. Thank you for sharing. Oh, you're so welcome. That is so very true. All the scientists, all the people with the high wisdom have talked about this, right? And this is not a new concept. But the work around this concept is really a bit of, I would say, not a tough journey, but yes, a lot of commitment journey towards it. All right, thank you for that question. And then the Joel Sharp is asking, I've been practicing visualization daily and it's really helping my anxiety. The mind is powerful. Yes. So once you start to do visualization, which I did not discuss today, primarily because visualization is a very different part of your brain getting activity. But if it is working for you and is helping with your anxiety, that's a good thing. Because today I wanted to talk about overall healing of mind and the body. So I think those were the questions, and thank you for asking me those really, really good questions. And I think any more questions for me, or I'll end up this live session and I'll be back again with another interesting topic. And you all comment below and do subscribe to my channel, because my team has been talking about there are so many people watching us but nobody's subscribing. Please, we are working so hard towards giving you the really, really informative information where which is knowledgeable, and you can start applying some of the techniques and just to see how they're working for you or not. So please do like and subscribe and share the video if you have liked it, and I shall be back again next week with another live, another topic. And you all write in the comments below healing. All right, thank you so much for being with me today. I hope you all have a wonderful day.